The April housing numbers are in, and there's a lot to unpack. But before we dive in, remember, these figures reflect activity before the election results were announced. Buyers were hesitant, sellers were uncertain, and overall, the market was in a holding pattern. So, what happened after a historically slow March? The worst we've seen in 23 years. April brought a bit of a rebound. Sales jumped 12% compared to the month before. It's a step in the right direction, but let's keep things in perspective. Sales were still down 23.3% from April 2024, and prices still feeling the pressure thanks to high inventory levels. Zooming in on the GTA, both detached homes and condos are down about 6% to 7% year over year in the 4 to 16 and 905 regions. Townhouses have held their ground in Toronto, but in the 905, they've dipped roughly 5%. Now that the Liberals have secured another term, will we see a shift in market sentiment? Many of you have your eyes on Markham, Richmond Hill, Vaughan, and Mississauga, so today we're breaking it down by home type and region to see where things really stand. Our detached homes. Let's start with detached homes, and there's definitely a tale of two markets here. In the city of Toronto, we saw 728 detached home sales in April, with the average price landing around $1.7 million. With more than 2,500 active listings, we're sitting at about 3.5 months of inventory, solidly in seller's market territory. Properties around the $2 million mark are seeing strong activity. Heading north to York region, the pace slows noticeably. Just 440 detached homes sold last month at an average price of $1.6 million. But with significantly higher inventory, York now has 6.5 months of supply, firmly in buyer's market territory. We've personally experienced longer selling timelines in places like Richmond Hill, where demand just isn't as strong right now. Interestingly, Vaughan, Markham, and Richmond Hill together accounted for over 60% of all detached sales in the region. Now over to Peel region, that's primarily Mississauga and Brampton. Detached homes here averaged $1.3 million, making them more affordable compared to Toronto and York. April saw 426 sales with nearly 2,400 listings, putting Peel at 5.6 months of inventory. It's a balanced market, slightly leaning toward buyers, but the lower price point seems to be helping demand. Townhouses. Townhouses are actually showing surprising resilience across the board. In Toronto, 71 townhouses sold last month with an average price close to $1.4 million. Inventory sits at 3.7 months, which keeps this segment in seller's market territory, just like detached homes. Over in York region, we saw 148 townhouse sales, more than double Toronto's volume, with an average price around $1.1 million. But with a higher number of listings, months of inventory comes in at 4.07, right on the edge between a balanced and seller's market. And in Peel, 96 townhouse units sold, with a more budget-friendly average of about $860,000. Inventory is at 4.4 months, making it one of the healthier segments in the region. Bottom line, townhouses are performing well across the GTA, especially appealing to young families who want more space without the detached home price tag. Condos. Now, let's talk about condos, because they're facing the most pressure right now. Condos led all segments in sales volume with 925 units sold in April, and an average price of around $710,000. But here's the catch. Toronto alone has over 6,300 active condo listings, translating to nearly 7 months of inventory. That's a buyer's market, through and through. Selling a condo right now is challenging, but not impossible. Strategic pricing, top-tier presentation, and smart timing are key. In York region, condo sales were lower, just 190 units, with an average price of $670,000. Inventory? Still high at 6 months, again signaling a buyer's market. And in Peel, only 165 condos sold last month at an average of $540,000. Inventory is close to 7 months, making it a tough environment for condo sellers there too. The takeaway. Here's what we're seeing. Townhouses are leading the charge. They're the sweet spot between size and affordability. Detached homes are holding strong in Toronto, especially around that 2 Mather mark, but York region is feeling the slowdown. Condos are under pressure across the board. High inventory and cautious buyers are creating tough conditions for sellers. Now that the election is behind us, the big question is, will confidence return? Will buyers step back into the market? Will sellers adjust to new realities? I'll be tracking it all closely and sharing the insights right here. So if you want to stay ahead of the market, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss an update. And if you're finding it tough to sell your property right now, let's connect. Click the link below to book a call with me. I'd be happy to help you make a game plan that works in today's market.